Hey guys, Anthony Reese, owner of ARE Drywall and Drywall Repair here in North Texas. If you're just joining us in the series, what I'm going through is lessons on how to do drywall finish. So if you want to check out my other channels, we did it all the way from framing, hanging the drywall, taping or tape embedding, coating, skimming the joints. And what we're just finishing up with now is the texture. So behind me, I did a menage or menagerie or whatever that word is. Right, cornucopia of different textures. I did spray textures and I did hand textures. I used the hopper, I used forced air. We used various things to just kind of get different patterns. So I'm gonna walk you through them. I think we have like 10 of them. So let me turn the camera around and then we'll go from there. Okay, I'm actually hoping you guys can see this pretty good. So we shot popcorn ceiling up here. Okay, I went a little heavy there, but it's popcorn ceiling up there. And then on this side, we have a knockdown. It's a knockdown texture. Next to it, we have a splatter texture. Okay, you can kind of see where these are pretty wide gaps, and then these go tighter. Now they're still big texture. It's just the smaller gaps. And then here we went orange peel. Now orange peel is real tight, real small gaps there, right? So again, this is your knockdown pattern. You have big voids, big gaps. You move to your splatter. Your splatter is a little bit tighter, but still big. And then you move to your orange peel, and your orange peel is real tight, real small, okay? So underneath, we use the forced air gun to match the knockdown up there. Now I will say it's not that much of a match. This spread a lot wider. So I don't know, I kind of liked it, but after seeing how it finished, it doesn't really give that good to try to match it. Now the hopper, this was the hopper, the different rig. The first one was a rig that I set up. I think this matched really well. I'm really impressed by it. I haven't used it in a few years, but if you want to get a hopper, like I said, it's fairly inexpensive. You just have to have a compressor and a compressor hose to go with it. And then these are some of our hand textures that we did. This is known as a Highland Park, where you have like these lap marks there. I don't know, people like it. This is a skip trowel, where you have just kind of sporadics. And again, I'm not a professional at the skip trowel. I really don't do too much of it. So there's other videos you can watch if you want to learn how to do it. This was something I was just messing around with the brush that I had, just trying to show you guys can do whatever. And then down here is a crow's foot. You know, it just kind of gives a pattern of a, you know, like a webbing, or just, it's supposed to look like, replicate crow's feet, how they look. So hopefully it's picking it up pretty good. Okay, and let me twist you around over here. So now this is where I learned in finishing school that you can basically do whatever you want, just have fun with it. So this is literally a roller. You can use a paint roller, or you can use a texture roller, and you just roll it on heavy and it gives you a texture like that. This one we rolled it on, but then we knocked it down, and I didn't wait long enough. So, I mean, it's kind of blotchy, but that's still another texture you could do. And this final one down here, I skimmed the wall like if I was doing a level 5. And I literally got a plastic bag and I scrunched it up, and I did a pattern with it by just, you know, smacking it against the wall really. And those chunks, once it sets up, you can give it a light sand and kind of knock down those tips of it. What we also did was we sprayed the texture on the corner bead. So this is the bull nose, and where it's really flat right here is where my plastic hit it. But what I was showing you is that you want to pull towards the metal, right? I covered it up on this side, but you would pull towards the metal this way, and you leave the ridge of the bull nose alone because you don't want to wipe it. You just leave it, and it just sets however it sets. But you can see distinctive differences in the roll texture to this knockdown texture. And then when you come and look at this orange peel on this side, just a real clean orange peel, just real light, subtle. I mean, it's almost a mist. Once this dries, it'll almost be a mist. So I'm hoping to prime this and get it painted. Maybe the definition in it will show a little bit better. But those are our textures.